Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. During the creation of Eastern Security Network, there was quite a lot of jubilation on social media in Southeast over the creation of Eastern Security Network by Nnamdi Kanu. Fast forward months after, a lot of allegations started coming up. A lot of people started looking towards ESN, calling it UGM, that's unknown gunmen. After a while, Southeast became a hot zone, and the Hope Uzodinma, the governor of Imo State, beckon on the security network, security personnel, federal government security personnel to come into Imo State to shut down a lot of insecurities. A lot of fingers were pointed at IPOB, a lot of fingers were pointed at ESN, a lot of fingers were pointed at UGM. They started making insinuations that ESN is UGM, UGM is IPOB, IPOB is ESN, the whole triangular situation was now pointing at Ipob, IPOB. After a while, information went around that it was actually the ESN that is causing so much insecurity, so much that so many innocent persons have been called out severally, that they're IPOB members, they're ESN members. A lot of accusations have been going on. Innocent persons have been arrested at some point or the other, tagging them ESN. As we speak, Emma Powerful, the publicity secretary of Indigenous People of Biafra, that's IPOB as well, have decided to once and for all tackle this matter, and they're making active move, not just talk, active move towards this. But before we go to the news proper, to find out exactly what IPOB, Emma Powerful, have decided to do over the issue of insecurity, over the issue of UGM being tagged as IPOB and ESN, would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you'll see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, has said it was ready to deal with the UGM, that's unknown gunmen, killing and maiming people in the Southeast under the guise of Eastern Security Network, ESN. In a statement by the media and publicity secretary of the group, that's IPOB, yesterday, Emma Powerful, he said that IPOB said most of the killings were perpetrated by UGM masquerading as members of ESN, now which is their security outfit. Powerful, while urging the armed men to desist from the act, also cautioned the police to stop parading them as members of ESN, just as it equally warned them to stop harassing innocent Igbo youths. The spokesperson warned that if the police does not desist from alleged harassment of the youth from Southeast, the group, he said, will be left with no option but to unleash ESN on them. Whoa. Nigerian police should stop parading innocent people and tagging them ESN personnel, because parading innocent people and tagging them ESN shows that Nigerian police and the army have failed. I quote him, "Those people you are parading to the public are not ESN members. Nigeria must stop ridiculing themselves in the world because everyone is watching their activities. Nigerian army, Nigerian police, and other security agencies cannot reach or enter ESN camp. We are bothered about the propaganda. We are bothered about the fake information they're dishing out to the public. These people they are parading to the public are not ESN members. Nigerian police must release those they picked and tagged ESN operatives or charge them to court." Yesterday, some few hours ago actually, there was this young lady, the news went viral. I felt it's worth sharing. The young guy, sorry, it's a young guy actually. The young guy had a sick mother, and he actually went out in the evening to see if he could get drugs for the sick mother. He's a young guy. Sometimes some people will say in an environment that is restive, where there's insecurity issues, they really would advise that all young men should leave that environment, so that when situation go bad, don't readily pick those young men. So, but this young man actually had a sick mother, or sick grandma, as the case may be. And he went to get the drugs, and they said they didn't see the young man. He didn't come back home that night. And the next thing they saw, they just saw their illustrious son being tagged as ESN member. And they were wondering, when did he join ESN? No, they tagged him as UGM. They said they're among the people. They paraded him with not just him, paraded him with other people, and the parents or the grandparents or so had to cry out that this guy was actually just stepped out some hours ago to get some dog. And we're even surprised that he didn't come home. What is he doing in the picture? How did he, that was how, news went viral. Sahara Reporter carried it at some point, tagging, they had to, crop the guy's face to show how innocent it is. A lot of Nigerians have been crying out there that some persons have been in the wrong place at the wrong time and they were picked. I can't forget also what happened some months back, where a young guy who works in a construction company in Brunei Island in Rivers State, he came down to Imo State to do something. I think it's either his colleagues or his father's burial, something has to do with some sort of celebration. And he was picked as a UGM. In fact, he was picked as a UGM, born not for the niece that cried out. I don't know what that guy's fate would have been. He was, it was a terrible situation. I'm not saying our security agencies should not do their job, but that they can still do better. Tagging innocent persons and, them languishing in jail or being punished for a crime they know nothing about is tantamount to even having insecurity in itself. Nigerians shouldn't get to a level where they see security personnel and they start running for their life because they're scared of being tagged a name that they are not. If it continues like this, at some point, Nigerians will get worried when they see security personnel, not because they are guilty of the crime, but because they are scared that they may actually be roped into what they were not and still have to go through bail and still have to go through name tags for what they didn't do. We should come to a level where we trust our security personnel. But at this rate, this is a case of whenever there's insecurity, tell your loved ones to stay off the streets, because you do not know if at the end of the day, just you walking casually may just be named. I think, going forward, proper investigation should be done so that people who are innocent don't pay for a crime they know nothing about. Now, the more powerful is now saying, see, look, this whole issue of, parading people and calling them ESN, parading people and calling them UGM, that some of these guys are no members of ESN and they definitely are not. The UGM are, God knows who they are, but they are not who IPOB say who other people are calling them to be. Now, Mapaful is coming out to clear the air that UGM is never IPOB. They've said that before and it's saying it again, that UGM is never IPOB and definitely not ESN. And they said if they don't do something about it, they are forced to begin to clamp down. They themselves will not start clamping down on those UGMs and those parading themselves as IPOB members or ESN members that are not. Let's meet in our comment section, please. What's your take? Do have a nice